Today, we are going to be talking about Aaron Judge and if the 2025 season will be the best we've seen of him. Obviously, we know last year he won the MVP. In 2022, the historic 62 home run season, breaking Roger Maris's American League record for most home runs hit in the season. And Christian, this year he's looked perfect. I don't think there's any negative adjective or anything like that you could say about Aaron Judge. He's been flawless to start 2025.
Uh, yeah, I mean it is ridiculous. Although at the same time, like we kind of knew this was gonna happen. Um, I think he's almost getting more attention this year because I feel like it's starting to finally become a conversation that he could be one of the best right-handed hitters of all time, if not already. Um, I think the craziest stat I've seen yet about this season and just Aaron Judge as a whole came from, I believe it was the Yankee Report that posted it. The top 100, or sorry, the top hitters over their last 162 games. So, or in a season span. And it had Aaron Judge in his last 162 games at the top, ahead of any one of Barry Bonds' seasons, Babe Ruth. Literally, Aaron Judge's recent 162 games is the best stretch we've ever seen in the history of baseball. So that alone is crazy. The one really knock that anyone's ever had on Aaron Judge is that he strikes out too much. He's even gotten better in that this year. You can see 35th percentile last year going up to 55. He's also hitting for a ridiculous average, over 400. I don't know if that's going to necessarily keep up. That would be literally insane, but he is Aaron Judge. I wouldn't be surprised if his on-base percentage stays around 500. I mean, I don't know how teams are going to be able to continue to pitch to him, but yeah, so far it has been maybe the best version of Aaron Judge we've seen yet.
Yeah, absolutely. And this stat here from Katie Sharp is pretty eye opening. Yankees with at least a 400 average and a 500 on base percentage with 8 homers in team's first 28 games of the season. Aaron Judge in 2025 and Babe Ruth in 1926. The 500 on base percentage is crazy. Aaron Judge hit 322 last year. So he was always high in the average department, was really close to, winning the triple crown. But I think the thing this year that you could say, hey, Aaron Judge is going to have the best season of his career in 2025 is because in 2024, Christian, he got off to a really slow
Yeah.
start. I think he was batting under 200 since like May 4th, and he got his average all the way up to 322. This year, he's coming right out of the gates firing, and there hasn't been that lull point. And Aaron Judge, after the first month he had of the season last year in April, from May all the way till September, he was fantastic. There was never really another lull or down period. So if Aaron Judge continues it this year, and let's say there is no down period, which who knows, a down period could very well happen because at the end of the day, it is baseball. But if that doesn't happen, the numbers are just going to be even more inflated from last season. Could we see Aaron Judge hit like 350, 360 this year with an on base percentage creeping around 500? Christian, his stats right now to start the season are just disgusting. He has a 2.7 WAR already in 28 games. Obviously in the power department as well, he has 8 home runs. He's not leading the league in homers as we all expect him to do right now, but he does have 8 home runs. The power is still there, and he'll get his home runs, right? He hit 59 last season. I could very well see him hitting 60, 60 plus again. He already had that 1 home run that was kind of taken away from him in Tampa. It was a fair ball. They
Yep.
ruled it foul. But if Aaron Judge doesn't have a down period, like if he doesn't have, a couple 3 weeks where he slumps, the numbers we could see could be insane from Aaron Judge this season.
Yeah, and the thought I had the other day, and I'm getting ahead of myself obviously, but we think about playoffs when we think of Aaron Judge and how he's not necessarily been himself in the playoffs. Could this be different? Could a more consistent hitter like we've seen so far this season, literally just a hit machine using all parts of the park and mixing in the power too, is that going to translate maybe in the playoffs a little bit more? Maybe it's not such an adjustment period, so then, he's off for 5 games, and now we're in the wild card series or division series, wherever we are, and he kind of just hops right back into it. Because, obviously he's a big guy, he's got to get his timing down, but this is just a whole nother side of Aaron Judge that we're seeing, and I have had the thought if it would translate, and I think it would. So we'll see. Obviously, it's a long season. Aaron Judge is amazing, and yeah, if he keeps this up, it's gonna be special.
Absolutely. And pay close attention, watch every game, because when this season is all said and done, we could have just witnessed the greatest or one of the greatest seasons in all of baseball history.